Hey everyone, and welcome back to Soul Reaver. Today we've got a long list of secrets, a lot of clips of video.
And I'm Kari Warrior. I'm back again and ready to assist you, leading man, on getting all these wonderful secrets.
Yeah, and helping me not go insane with boredom. So here's our first one. I actually claimed that was an exit last time. It wasn't really, it's just a cliff with a pie piece at the top. Here's another one you might recognize from Melkaya's area. Just another quick climb, and you get a free health piece. Now this segment actually really isn't cut up that much. I kinda blast through this area, but there's actually like 3 really important things all in a row here.
Yeah, well, that initial one, that first one that you got just now, it's not easily recognizable. You'd have to kind of know it was there.
Yeah, you can see it if you're at the top of one of the cliffs earlier on, but most people forget about it by the time you can actually get back to it. Now this, honestly, I would never have figured this out on my own. This does not look like a Soul Reaver lock at all.
I don't even remember this secret at all.
I mean, I understand there are 2 Soul Reavers on the door making an X, but I still would never ever have put that together.
With this artifact, your glyph energy capacity is increased.
So this is a real simple concept. Every time we get one of these, it increases the glyph energy we can spend. There's like 5 or 6 of them. I don't really remember the exact number. Doesn't really matter either.
And every time you get a glyph, which we'll be seeing in a few moments, that is another instance when your total magic points increase.
Right, and I'm pretty certain it goes up exponentially, because I'm pretty certain the first one you get, you only get 2 glyph points, and then you get slightly more from there, and then by the time you're at the final one, you're at like 56. And there's no way you pick up 56 power-ups, so it's got to be on some sort of algorithm that I really don't care about. Here I mentioned this one as well earlier. You can finally actually get up here, and it's just full of more of these little crappy guys. And their older brothers.
What's really neat about these areas is how very well done they are, how different they are from the rest of the game. It's just a shame that it's so completely optional.
Yeah, they actually put a lot of work into these side areas that have nothing to do with anything. It's very cool that they're bringing back Nupraptor's Keep here. You can see the jawbone still in the air, and the head or main part of the skull has crashed down to the ground. It's very cool that they bring back these old areas, sort of, and let you... By the way, look how terrible that block is. It's just awful looking. Thanks, Dreamcast. But yeah, it's very cool that they bring back these areas just for like a little quick glimpse. There's lots of little small, cool spots in these secrets that really you just never even have to look at if you don't want to. By the way, this is my new strategy. I actually stopped using the combat engine, really. All I do is run around and swing the sword, and it works 1,000 times better than everything I was doing before. I don't know why I didn't do it before. I mean, maybe it's because it's really lazy looking, but Jesus, I beat the crap out of this game now.
You get what you give, I suppose.
Yeah. It's kind of sad that the whole game can be trivialized like that, but, you know, I'm not really going to complain because it serves me very well. Now in this spot, you can see that there is a ledge up there, which we cannot possibly reach, and if you try, you have to do this all over again. Instead, you have to do this. Morph the whole tower around.
And I didn't even see that ledge until you looked up.
Yeah, it's really bad. And by the way, I've fallen more times than I care to remember at that spot, and this one over here.
I bet. Maybe that's why these areas were omitted. Maybe they didn't have enough time to play test it, and they saw players were getting a little too frustrated with it.
So it just said, screw it, let's make it a secret area and just move
Yeah,
on.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it works for me.
I'll take optional challenge over a mandatory challenge any day.
By the way, I love this jump right here. It looks like I totally spaced this out, get it all perfect, then boom, perfectly up there. Yeah, that was completely by chance.
I didn't even know that other platform was up there.
Yeah.
But this is a very neat, nifty little area where with the stairs, and you have to be very careful about where you're walking.
Yeah, and careful where you're jumping, because again, this spot right here, the first time I got up, you may or may not have noticed the cut, but I definitely did fall down there, even on my, I don't know, 5th attempt. It's really treacherous. Like, really bad. See what I mean? Not even a chance.
Yeah. Well, my strategy when I was playing through this was to spam the projectile.
Yeah, I actually start doing that here in a bit, see? Just walking down hallways, holding right and spamming. By the way, I love this.
Off
See
you
ya.
go.
Now, I actually take some time to look at this. This is really cool because it's actually one of the few paintings that have nothing to do with anything in the game. Just so you know, in the future, every painting you see in the game, except for that one, or mural, or whatever the hell you want to call them, is related to the game's storyline in some way. That one is just like angels and pretty, and no one knows why.
It's a neat little fact.
Random bit of trivia for you there. Okay, so all that hopping gets us to what it is not what is undoubtedly the worst block puzzle in the game.
Well, there's only one good thing about this block puzzle. At least they're not dropping spiders on you while you're trying to figure it out.
Yes, that's nice. The fact that it's multi-tier with the same exact image repeating and various spots on the... I don't know, this is just bad. There's also, like, a supreme dick move involved with this. Like, everything is just terrible in this puzzle. So here I'm going to kind of explain a little bit about it. You can see that they put a lot of these pieces in weird spots. Like, there's one up here, there's one over here on this block, which you have to use other blocks to get down. I believe I do that first.
Dick move.
Let's see. Yeah, that's not even all that bad, to be honest.
It's still, I mean, when the challenge is getting the block into the right spot, and they specifically design it so you have to actually get the blocks down first. Dick move.
Yeah, this one, I'm not gonna lie, they really don't like you. You can see how long it takes to actually get this off. And there we go. So, the next thing is to start solving the puzzle. You have pretty much all the blocks you need at this point, except for one, which we'll talk about later. By the way, check this out. I'm going to be quiet for a second. Listen to the sped up music. It sounds so much better than the regular music. Very weird how that works. So, what you can see I'm doing here is looking at above and below. The way to solve this puzzle really easy is to see the spot that you have a missing block in, then jump below to the lower area where you can see exactly what block is missing, then go find it in the back room. Even then, it's still not very easy. But you will beat it. And I'm pretty certain that's the only block I show in full. From here on, we're probably going to be going into speed mode. Yeah, here we go. So the music you're listening to is an OC remix of the Tetris theme song, which I think is incredibly appropriate. And yeah, this is just gets awful.
The only way this could actually have gone even better is if you applied some kind of black and white filter to make this look like a 1920s movie.
Man, that's pretty sweet. I almost want to go back and do that. By the way, check out this block. I know it's going really fast, so it's kind of hard to tell, But the reason why I'm spending so much time moving this block is to see if there's anything on it, and no. The answer is no. There's nothing on that freaking block. There's no side, it's just a completely concrete block, and that is so retarded, it's unbelievable.
Move!